B payroll's been robbed. P-Bill has been kidnapped. Tell the boys to ride.
Hikaru-chan is first over the fence. Watch out for Easy Raider patrols.
Where art thou, buddy? Where's the flying B payroll?
Bread.
Jitney, probably the Hicks gang. Bring your horse, they're headed for Pine Creek. Guess they're going through the camp. Hurry up and I'll meet you at Frank's.
MT Butterfly Fox is second into the zone. And right into an anomaly field. Careful on the gravity centers.
Where's the flying B payroll?
This old switchboard could talk. Wow, your ears would sizzle. 1880. We take Alexander Graham Bell's invention for granted today. Perhaps we should. But isn't it incredible that millions and millions of people can talk simultaneously to practically any spot on Earth? In the beginning, back in the old days, the telephone was something of an oddity, to say the least. You'd pick up this receiver to see that the line was clear. Then you'd hang up and ring with this crank. Pick it up again and tell the operator what number you want.
All right, I think we're good. So, funny thing, I had issues, it seems. That's fun. I'll try that. But, funny thing, I actually had... Wait. Alright, there... That is, just gotta turn off and back on the Elgato. So that's synced. It's actually working. But... I actually thought... Or I actually had the butter on before stream. Because... At this moment, I'm not feeling all that hot, mostly due to a stupid amount of butter that I'm currently overly butter filled. So I was making dinner, and the only thing I had. Also, this feels really quiet, but I can't overly tell. And there's of course way too much going on all at once because it's Metal Slug. Gluten-free bread? Maybe. Possibly. Oh wait. I can just fix this on my end without it being overwhelming on everyone else's by simply increasing... Oh, dang it. Also, hi Destiny. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Or at least better than me, which right at this moment is not that hard of a thing to do. Like, it is one of the mood of the night for me is the tummy hurts and I'm being stupid about it. Oh, come on. The enemy chaser fell off of the dang boat. Oh. Huh? I forgot you have a slide in this one. That could be interesting. And I also forgot that shooting out the pilots on this dump. All right, let me continue. So yes, that's so much fun stuff. Also, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, so thanks for checking. So somehow the one time that
Destiny 8 Suji is third. Welcome to the blockbuster.
Good luck.
You are not alone if there are loaves.
The one time that I'm like, yeah, I'll just start with butter on is the one time that somehow ended up that that somebody redeemed butter beforehand. Ooh, we're just gonna go down here for a sec. Ooh, shrooms. So yeah, we're playing Metal Slug 3 for the sheer reason that playing it over the weekend for the charity, it ended up reigniting a continuous hyperfixation. I thought I changed it to 5. Oh yeah. Go. Hell yeah, enjoy loafing. It does say 3. It does say 5 on my end. I probably said 3 for some reason. Ooh. I love the dual machine guns. That was a good addition. That looks awful. We'll go down this way. I think I should be getting zombified. Oh, well, that's going to have happen a lot. I like this thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's built like that. I like the fact that it has a pile bunker. I don't know if these little maggots are supposed to be like zombifying or mum. Oh, they are acidic. But I like the vibe. It's like a much.
No
like
copyright law in the universe is going to stop me.
Hope everyone's doing well, or at least better than me, because like I am full of butter, and not in a good way. Well, in a good way. At least I hope that this is the butter. I should probably stop talking about the sheer amount of butter that has been making me sick. Oh, hey, thanks for the model change. I forgot. It's been a while since anyone's done that. I forgot that that worked. Hey, Yuki, hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Bump me out of the slug mech. Lame. Forgot that it's like very much a first couple of game things of actually letting you take the slug all the way to the end. Like, I get why, and it was also almost dead anyway, but I like it. Doing good? Hell yeah, that's really good to hear. Been hoarding points like a dragon. Love that. I know a lot of people like to lurk in my screen. Oh, hey, Metal Rear. That's actually, it's the boss name, and the whole thing in lore is that they got their hands off of the Metal Slug designs, and like, yes, I like this. It's good. It's been kicking our ass ever since we started fighting these guys. But what if we made it huge? What if we made it absolutely massive? Which, given how the Rebels usually are, that's not much of a surprise. Holy shit, I actually emptied the entirety of a rocket launcher. Enter the form. Yeah, former, Metal Rear, same difference. Enough. Oh, right, this one's the Potomac's. Which oddly makes them better than the Rebels, because yeah, I forgot that like they don't appear in 5. Lubricate your innards with copious amount of butters. Hell yeah. Dude, find a 2-player game like this. It is 2-player naturally. That's why there's a second press start. But the problem is actually getting it like 2-player over internet. Oh, hey, I think I just got. I think Red Prey. Honestly, their loss. It's pretty tasty. Oh, come on, I totally jumped there. Game. All right, I like the vibe of this thing. Oh, come on. Make gluten-free vegan bread. Yeah, there's unfortunately something to the fact of bread with gluten does do it, or at least things with gluten in it does make a difference when it comes to bread making, which is unfortunate because, well, you can make Does potato bread? Oh, that was close. Does potato bread have gluten in it? Because I know potatoes are naturally gluten-free, mostly because of my complaints about vodka with gluten-free labels. Like, yeah, no, it's gluten-free because there's no other option. But I'm actually not too sure about that. I need to make some more bread. It's been a while since I've done homemade. There was a stretch where it just didn't turn out well at all, so I kind of stopped trying. We'll do it. Potato bread it should be gluten-free. All right. Oh, I should not have been that far forward. Yes, I've had a couple of those that are pretty good. All right, I see why they dislike it whenever we do or we deploy metal slugs against them, because they are a little bit. Also, how bad is the regular army at making slugs if it doesn't take much effort for them to make stronger ones? I make gluten-free and dairy-free beef oh yes, stroganoff is so good, like that. Especially like over mashed potatoes, so tasty. Like mashed potatoes and pasta. But it does help, which, yeah, the pasta would be an issue. Like, there's just not a bad way to have a whole bunch of gravy-filled meat with something with carbs. Yeah, egg noodles would be great. That'd be so good. That is just all right. So I know that a weird thing about the series is that the further you get along, the more they tend to do asset flips, which are fine because, you know, the game looks like this. And I'm pretty sure the ones in the background start with, like, they look a lot like the Mars people little robots at the end of 3, but I'm not entirely sure. It's like the hatch on the back kind of looks like the eye they had. Learning how to make things that way, though. My partner wants to open a cafe and have. I think you'd be good at that. Like, that sounds very cute. I hope that works out if you do want to go down that path of just, like, I know that foods are like cafe and restaurant management is both a lot of stress for like, it's one of the more stressful types of businesses that you can run, from what I've heard. But also, there's nothing like a locally run business that, or restaurant or cafe like that puts a lot of effort into what they make. Yeah, true. That's the other thing. You have to be, you know, a little bit willing to tell customers to, hey, fuck off. In fact, that should be way more normalized when it comes to pretty much everything involving customers, because it's so bad. I don't even, it went from, okay, there's some crazy people out there, to, I'm sorry, how does someone is trying to jump on the barrel and then blow it up in order to try and ride the lid for a boost? But I don't think that's necessary. It's like to a point where I'm not sure how people can act the way they do to service workers with a clean conscience, because, like, how can you be that mean to just another person in general? Ugh. Can I jack one of, because those look like slugs. Can I jack one if I get up there? Probably could. Stood for good. Like, bruh, that, yeah, they're, like, I've jokingly said that every service worker should be issued a flintlock pistol, and once per year, no consequences, nothing, should be allowed to do to fire it once at a customer, whatever. But the original idea I had for that was that everyone should get a taser and be able to like hit someone with a stun gun once, because that would help. It would help if those type of people could face any sort of consequences for their action. Because how? Someone's literally berating a teenager employee because they lost power and were on aux and no register could. What? That's so awful. Like there's no way that specific thing is that teenager's fault. Like, yeah, hey, I'm sorry, we don't have power. The rational response is, shit, that sucks. I understand, not really much you can do, but I hope you get power back, because, and not make it their problem. A few times I've done that. Oh yeah, like the easiest way to make someone respect you as a person, remind them like, hey, I can tase you. That is an option. It is perfectly within my rights to tase you for abhorrent behavior. Oh, I only get one per year. Have I used it yet? Maybe, but maybe not. Feeling lucky? Are you? Are you, punk? How did I not get hit by that? It would just solve a lot of problems. Creative application of violence to people who deserve it. All right, I did. Oh, this is perfect. I got double ammo for the heavy machine gun. And more grenades. Some of the best boss advice for how to do boss fights for this is just use all of your grenades as fast as you can. You'll get them back within a couple seconds. Yes, that's so amazing. Or at the very least, it should be standardized that if you're working at a register like checkout, that if they're rude to you, you have the ability to deny them service. Because that's something that when I used to answer phones a while ago, horrible job by the way, after telling people about like the general work experience, it's just it's less of anything of the job itself. It's just more of I had so much anxiety that I wasn't aware of it, that I aggressively should not be in that position because I can't deal with angry customers without a lot. But there was a policy of if they yell or swear or are way too angry, you can just hang up on them. Just drop them. Like at the very least, some ability to have that type of entitled or angry person who many times won't listen to you at all. Like there was one dude who was awful in that job that is just like, hey, so here's the exact detail and the reason why you're having this issue. Here's everything regardless. What you're saying doesn't make sense because it was a garbage company. It's like, hey, the garbage service in the area is free. You just have to put out your trash. Like, there's no payment. The fact that you came in asking for payment means the last person you talked to probably thought you were trying to schedule a special pickup for a large amount of trash, which, yeah, isn't a thing. And like just wouldn't listen to it. And like, I see why you got hung up on 3 times. Oh yeah, like abusing it. Like I know that GameStop doesn't have that good of a, like, they're known for having a pretty bad return policy that is frequently like, All right, yeah, we'll trade in this brand new game that we're going to put on the shelves for $60. We'll give you 10. Oh, and there, of course, they got blown up right when there's gas. That would have given me health back. But also, you can be angry at the company. You should never be angry at the worker. Oh, the return. Oh, right, return policy, not trade-in. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, dang it, got hit. Yeah, trade-in can be shit. But yeah, return of that one I can understand being a lot better. I've been playing a lot of this because hyperfixation, and the biggest thing I've learned and continuously forget about this game is crouching and ducking makes a huge lot of difference. The slide I can get behind. Bought a controller, paid within 30 days, came in with a controller I clearly had for yeah, that type of gaming the system, and like obvious, like if you're going to try to cheat a system out or like do something like that, at least try to make it not obvious. Like it'd be one thing if they came back with the controller that they had obviously taken apart and had like an identical one, but in the casing of the one that you sold them to. Like that's a bit artful. That's like, all right, so you bought this controller, harvested for parts, put it in an old case, and brought back the new controller with the bad parts. That is an artful scam. Still shitty, but artful. Like, yeah, don't be a dick about it. The return policy is for if there was a problem with merchandise. That one, like that's how to say it? Like, it's something that they don't have to do, but it's really nice that they do it. Yeah, and also the big thing, if you're trying to run a scam, don't be mean to the workers. Like they might not even have any idea of what you're doing, but it'll still fail because they didn't want to deal with your stupid ass. Oh, wait. Dharma, please turn around a little faster. Aha! Dang cultist. Ooh! I like the vibe of this cicada. Weird looking thing. Oh, I was hoping that I could jump out the window and on top of it. Ah, I see the vibe of this. Ah. Ah, I thought I had crouched. I wonder, there's a couple of bosses that'll have that kind of thing where a commander will, or like an enemy will pop out, and that's like, and like there's the chance or ability to shoot them specifically. I wonder if you can do that here. Usually it's not a good thing because like they're intentionally and very much extremely squishy, but they also have a special animation to say like, hey, if this guy points up, that means they're going to do this attack. If they point downwards. Why did I think standing there was a good idea? In what world was standing right in front of the high velocity rotary cannon smart? Oh. I love how they reskinned the POWs. Because this is one of the rare points in the series where we're not fighting rebel soldiers. It's like actually just a terrorist group. The fact that they seem to be a little bit more well put together and effective than the rebels, probably not a good sign. However, it does mean that probably won't have to deal with aliens. God, that was a sick trick flick. Probably. The slide's nice, but the fact that you have to jump and shoot down so often makes it a little bit of a the drop shot makes it a little bit of a challenge. That was so not worth it on multiple levels. So they might randomize the fight if the drivers. Yeah, that's such a cool thing of the fact that shooting the tank commander makes a huge difference in how the fight goes out or goes on. It's just, I don't know, the one thing that always gets me when it comes to this entire franchise is that there's, oh sweet, I forget this guy's name, but every so often you can find a POW who's not actually captured. He's just hiding and waiting for backup, and when he does show up, he just starts busting out Hadoukens. Until you die, then he runs away screaming. Well, for how little you were there, it was nice while it lasted. That was so close. Right, it's always a bit of a gamble if there's a point where they won't respawn the lower enemies. But I think in this case, in order to artificially add a little bit of edge danger while running around, the shield guys are just infinite. Hey, Nick, how's it going? Yeah, Utan's another fun one. Which fortunately I'm not good enough of the game to avoid it. Yeah, third's already been found. Some days I don't know why, but everyone is just ready off the bat. Huh, Iron Lizard. They're really running out of the weird ones today. You know what? This is one of the few times that Iron Lizard's not bad. Because there's a frickin' ramp. But yeah, like sometimes it's just everyone's out the gate and running. Right? How dare people enjoy what I'm doing and to get here early? Very rude. Oh god, that guy had crabs in his boxers. Man, I should. So if I planned and didn't spend a good chunk of pre-stream attempting and failing a high-level world boss in Expedition 33, I'm at the point where I'm kind of feeling with that game that I should just be like, all right, I don't really need to do anything else. I'm just gonna go do the final boss and it's gonna be fine. But I also really enjoy the game, so I want to... Oh god, squid! So I kind of want to do as much as I can. Hope his wife knows he got crabs. She's dead. It's fine. Oh god, so many... Why is there so much happening all at once? Because this game regularly maxes out what's possible on a Neo Geo system. And in some cases, not even intentionally. Like, Metal Slug 2 had the worst performance. That was due to an active error. Oh, boy. Look at the vibe on those weird diode jellyfish. I don't know, but I like the vibe they got. Oh yeah, Expedition 33. But I would have downloaded there's a fan game that, oh god, there's still more. At least a grenade. It's our one-hit kills. Always use them whenever there's something that you see and just kind of groan externally about. because it makes sense. Yeah. Well, I've played it for 60 hours. I'm almost at 70. Yeah. I played it for a long while before for you and Zero Realm had gotten it, so I should be pretty far. And I also figured out that if you stack as many, increase damage when whatever types of boosts on Act 3 Mayel, she can easily pump out like 2 million points of damage on the first. Oh, the fan game? Oh no, it's not an Expedition 33 fan game. The Expedition 33 was just why I don't have it downloaded right now. But it's a Metal Slug fan game called Aqua Nipan, I think. That it looks very good. It also has a slight fascination with underwater. Oh, hey, we can finally kill this guy. Oh, he's just gone. With underwater segments, because this game was also inspired by like a sub-combat game. Oh, we found all the dudes. And they got fish in the pants. It's gotten a laser? Oh, hell yeah. Why are these men tied up so viciously? Have you seen what the majority of fan gallery is for this game? It's mostly just Ari and Fio. Like most of the console ports of this game had either art of the character I was just playing or the character I'm playing now feature prominent. It's like either extremely detailed mecha designs and tanks and the like, or drawings of Ari and Fio. No in between. It's the, if anything, it's the dude's turn to have a little bit of fan service done, and if that involves tying them by their wrists on the top of an underwater layer, then so be it. Who am I to judge? I'm so glad they gave me the double machine gun. I thought, no, I've been listening. You know, that's also fair because I'm playing this on emulated Neo Geo, so I don't have access to any of the console ports. Where's this best place to stand? Oh, nowhere. This is a Metal Slug game. Also, big props to the sound design for being able to, through audio alone, convey just how vivaciously those men were tied up. I don't know. Okay. I don't want to drop. I don't actually want to stand below the. Okay, I can't shoot them down. It's either or. Bad time for water. Alright, so it's just going to be raining fire this entire fight. I actually like it. Hey-oh. There's more? No. There's not more. Because I was playing Metal Slug 4 last night just because turns out it was a lack of electrolytes. But I was dragging so much. Oh my god, that's a car they mounted the Slug Vulcans to. I love this thing. Wait, oh yeah, final mission already. There's only 5. It will take me by surprise every time. I did not jump. Oh, I get one for every life. I love this game's final mission. My battle Fiat. Fear the war panda. I'm adding that as a quote. Battle Fiat. Fear the war panda. I love this game. They always do a good job making the final missions, even if they don't really hit by the midpoint. They do a good job of making them at least feel awesome. Like 4 starts with you having a giant pulley, or a pulley with a giant coil of rope behind you that you just spend the entire start in a 3D, like 3 dimensions of freedom, lowering yourself down this air vent. This one starts you with the battle Fiat. 3 has the most insane boss rush, because you start with the halfway point boss of the first game, then you fight Morden in the Hideout, which is the final boss of the first game, then you fight Daimanje and then Rugname, which I'm probably mispronouncing that, but I don't care, because Rugname instead of like Rugname or however you could pronounce it is funny, which is the final boss of those two. Then you go through a corridor of clone soldiers being aided by the rebels that you have been beating up over and over. I'm sorry, what the? I like this thing. I don't know what it is, but I love this thing's vibe. Like the vibe of this funny little orb. The slug spider. Wait, no, I wanted the shotgun. Ooh. Well, I'm going to stay up here. Find a favorite slug. Oh, I didn't get there's so much replayability because I did not get the forklift slug in my playthrough. I got like the rocket truck one, but not the forklift, which is so great. No notes, perfect. Just, are they forklift certified? Oh no! I keep on accidentally self-destructing slugs. I was like, ooh, laser gun. I want that for when I accidentally blow myself up in the slug spode. Turns out, no. I have no idea what humanity's fascination with the forklift is. And this isn't even in character. Like, on stream, off stream, I've noticed that there has been a running joke through human culture from the invention of the forklift to now that the sexiest thing a man can do is be forklift certified, or at least that it's an impressive achievement. Like, yeah, sure, the context of actual work where, like warehouse work where a forklift also, hell yeah, that's like it's not a slug until there's multiple OSHA violations. Hang on, that's also being added as a quote because that's nonsense without the context of Metal Slug. What? Until there's... There we go. But like, there's so many things that I've seen of marking the... Maybe it's just a huge... Like, I've never actually tried or looked into what you need to do to get forklift certified. Maybe it is just actually that as big of a deal as everyone says it is. Because, like, who knows? Probably a huge test, a huge thing. Oh, come on, I just got a shotgun. That you do have to, like, study and work hard for, and they want to, you know, actually... Oh. Okay, so these guys are just either clones, commanders, whatever. They got nothing on Alan O'Neill. Where's my boy? Probably at home with his family. Because I've seen, like, Nintendo warehouse workers had a special pin of Mario in a forklift giving the thumbs up. Ooh. We're going with this. That, as far as I can tell, the moment the forklift was invented, it was like, oh, this is actually kind of huge. That we gotta, this is impressive. We gotta do something with it. Alan took a vacation in this game. You know what? Good. We've been simultaneously beating him up and being beaten up by him every game for a while. I hope he enjoys his time off. I hope he's having a good time. What the heck is that? What the heck is that snap up to attention? I love it. Hey, technically it was, oh yeah, that was a robot too. You can tell because it was actually weaker than regular O'Neill. Which is a wild thing to say. Like, there's nothing supernatural, nothing weird about him. He's just jacked and loves his family. Oh, wait, get back down. Because I got close to him and was like, huh, I got melee'd and I didn't die. Wait, this isn't actually Alan O'Neill, is it? Just beef that. So the robot stands up. Yeah, that one does. Like, because I know there's two Alan fights. One at like a mid boss, which neat. I thought there was ledge gravity. And then one in the final level. I don't remember. I think I thought that the first one was a legit Alan O'Neill because he just kind of, oh, this is interesting, because it felt like a regular fight, and I think his melee did kill you, and then the second one is like, oh, robot. What is with your fascination with slugs? Go, leave them alone. I should focus in on one. That'll... I think I either got smacked by the trunk or a falling sea... Oh! Oh, come on! There's removed boss stone turtle. Not surprised, since a lot of... Okay, the trunk... I see the thing with the trunk. I see what we're doing now. I understand. That's what... There we go. Now... I just yeeted that slug. I slid under it and... it's just gone. I was hoping for another 2 machine gun from it. Yeah, they... Like, I think this game continuously becomes a hyperfixation for me for a combination of... It's a really good ADHD game in that there's so much to pay attention to at once. There's so much that can be done and that you have to keep track of. So it's good. And it's also constantly doing stuff, which is the same reason I really like Earth Defense Force, is that there's constantly things happening. So managing all that makes my brain go brrr in a good way. But also... Gargan? Nope. I just walked right into that. So there's a lot that can happen, and even on a bad run, it's like, even if I'm admitting like, yeah, that was a complete shit, I've spent, if I had to do this in, if if I was actually paying 25 cents per continue, I would have been so bad and spent so much money, like easily 20 bucks. I tried to slide, shouldn't have. Like easily would have spent 20 bucks or more at the arcade trying to beat this game. And wow, I just got back into the corner. No good way out. So the angle of improvement and also the fact that I can be absolute shit at it, and that's still a pretty okay game, it's nice. Like somehow, despite being, in my opinion, one of the hardest video games made, period, it's also very non-judgmental because it's like, yeah, no. I hit fire instead of slide. Oh yeah, no, this is about as good as you could possibly do. And it's fine. It's nice. And also the fact that it's less of a exact science of like, well, you gotta do this here and you gotta just know that. There's parts of that, but it's also just you get better at it and you learn things of like, oh, the boss does this thing that does this. There's ways and counters for it all, because like I'm pretty sure we would not still be sub 10 bucks right now. I loaded in 40 credits at the start, and the fact that we're here in the final boss at sitting at 17, that's good shit right there. One of my all-time favorite tracks from Steel. Isn't that boss? That's a boss theme. I know that it's like it's either level boss or mid boss. Like the music's so good. Yeah. I'll have to check it out at the break because I forget what it is. I think it's like The Wind Blows or something. But it only plays for like in an area that you could get through in less than a minute in this game. But the full track is so good. And in my personal experience, if you have to timestamp for that song is mad. Sorry, time scale, not Steel Beast or yeah, Steel Beast. Yeah, they do such a good job, and 5 has such a good rendition of the soundtrack of being such more rock oriented. Because Final Attack is also a favorite one. Windy Day, that's it. So 29 continues. That's actually really good. So this is a really silly complaint, but my IRL name that I go to when not in meat space is, well, I guess it's Bree. Is 3 letters, so I've always been able to just put my full name on there. Well, it's shortened to 3. Don't worry about it. So the fact that I've gotten called out by this before too, that it's similar. Wow. Yeah, sorry about that, but I was somehow below 40. Breathe, the Eldritch Cheese. Don't give me ideas. I've told myself that I'm not allowed more forms, considering that I have 5 right now. Technically 4, but the Eldritch bit itself is also one thing. I'd be so tempted. Look at the guy who just like, oh, how do you want to be credited for this, Toad? Oh. Holy shit, we did that in under an hour? Well, there's one game that we haven't done yet on stream this past couple of days. Well, Slug 2. This is going to be bad because I don't have X because I like the boss lineup in 2 better. Don't worry about that. It does it every time. In that they did a couple of changes, I'm like, eh. All right, I'm not going to do another prediction because it's been a while since I've bet. Like, I did 3 and over $10, but everything else I've been under. I love this select screen because the only reason it looks like this is because every other run and gun or arcade game at the time had like everyone looking pretty and cool, and they're like, nah, we're going to do this different. We're gonna make it all ugly and weird, and it's going to be great. Yeah, that's like if I remember right, is for the that one shows up on the zombie map in level 2 of 3, right? But yeah, no, Windy Days, that as a song, that one is amazing music to snake a drain out to. I know, because that's what I was doing earlier. And it's fantastic for that. Oh, hey! We got the Hadouken dude again. Hell yeah. I don't know why it is. I think it's because I listen to so much music passively, and if I get obsessed, it's either my 2 ways to deal with not being able to indulge the obsession immediately is either to look up facts and trivia, like do research. Most of my stream research is actually just because I'm low-key upset. Well, goodbye, Hadouken man. Like, just because I'm being obsessive about the game that's being done on stream, and I want to indulge that hyperfixation, so I do. The other part is listening to the soundtrack, especially if it's a really good soundtrack, alongside with just a general, I listen to a lot of music because that's how I avoid becoming horribly overstimulation, so I avoid horrible overstimulation because ADHD is a bitch. Farewell, Hadouken is amazing. I love the fact that the Maskell helicopters can do. You can defeat them all by killing the lead because their entire gimmicks follow the leader. Also, the Arabic in the background translates to roughly, send a doctor, I have diarrhea. Oh, ad. No, ad starts in 3 minutes. We're fine. I will bring that up every time I can because it's hilarious and a good use of foreign language. Like, don't know what to put? You don't know what it... Ow, no! I was trying to jump up it. I hate how easy it is to accidentally set a slug to self-destruct. Ow. Steel Beast, also a good one. I can see that being a great one to snake out drains too. Like 10 out of 10 would do plumbing with that in the background. You know. Oh! Well, I mean, what I said still stands. Both can be true. Give me the song that's going on right now that I am not aware of what you mean, and also be a good job to do DIY plumbing too. These are two very normal opinions to have and can exist simultaneously. Oh, I was just seeing if I could shoot the thing's nose off. I didn't actually expect something like that. I don't know if this is the right way. Snaking a metal toilet plate. You understand the vision. Why is there a... Why is this a world where there's a fence and signage for mummies? I'm going up. I don't remember which way up is. Wait. Or do I not remember which way down is? For Slugger... Out of the two, I prefer 2, mostly because I took a look at the difference. The first thing is that I have this annoying tendency that if I hear there's a version that's absolute dog water when it comes to how a game is, I want to play that version in order to learn why and see how bad it is. It's why my first Sonic game is Sonic 06. Oh, that was close. Shotgun. I love the announcer, and I know that the more mimetic rocket launch air and heavy machine gun one comes in at 2, and also I should get X specifically just to see what the differences are, because I play these games so often. Also, welcome in, Twester. Hope you're doing well. Oi. Oh, bats. I tried to slide the muscle memory from playing 5 once. Is back. Oh, we're a mummy now. Love the order to... Yeah, the X spoils the final boss way too early. I think that's about the same for me, that it's... I like how they did the boss order, but I can recognize both the fact that that X doesn't have the same slowdown issues that 2 has, as well as general quality of life stuff, like doesn't have or has better variety in weapon drops, that it's not really common to get like some not necessarily a lower tier, but just more common ones over like laser or drop shot, iron lizard, like good, doing good. Hell yeah, you'll love to hear it. Oh, and now the ads are here. All right, be right back in a second.
If there was anybody home, they'd answer and you could talk.
Whoopee! I found my voice! Let me into that machine! No, you can't go on now. Somebody's doing his stuff. I can't aim, Professor, or you'll just watch me!
on. And back. Man, no, my favorite part about this entire series is how much there's just machinery. Naming the series after the little tank that you get is just true. There's so much incredible mecha designs and just things like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of rebel bulldozers in the background of this, or every boss is either very strange in that it's not actually a robot or or some sort of military machine. It's like something actually, I don't think I'm probably wrong about this, but I don't think there's actually an organic boss in the series. The only one I can think of is Soldaraka from 3, or not. Yeah, 3. But that one, even that, it's less of a. It's not organic. It's like the fantasy. The fantasy robot exception of, well, it's a constructor. It's a stone statue with whatever. Yeah, and this game's the last hurrah for the original Rebel symbol. Yeah, because they changed it in 3. Oh, shoot. Hey, Eshinero. Oh, come on! Off the bat! I am losing so hard to accidentally setting my slugs to explode. Is Martian Lear 3? Oh, yeah! Oh, video crashed once again because, of course, it did. I have to remember to not get too excited that close to the mic. This is going to be a problem for everyone involved, most of all myself. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I suppose the last boss of 5 does count as non-machine. You'd think I would have that one fresh in my memory, considering we just beat 5. But no. Oh, shit, I survived that. Right, hermit crab. You love to see how easily, like, I put that out there. I'm like, I'm probably wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure there's not an organic boss. All right, how about these bosses from these games that you literally just played? Designs for the machine's so well done. I feel like the sprite. Yeah, they're a total agreement with that it's so unparalleled. Like, it's to the point where I do think that there is a lot of sprite rework in this series, that at the very least the main sprites for the main cast hasn't changed since, at the very least, this game. That I think Marco might even have the same sprite in the first 5 games, which, again, probably wrong. There's probably some updates between the two, but it's such a visual style that when I was doing the charity stream this week, or the past weekend, it was brought up on whether or not I thought that they could do a remake, and honestly, the pixel art style is so iconic. I'm not really sure they can remake this. Like, it's hard to imagine like, my biggest problem with, like, tactics or modern games or more modern slug games is that, yeah, they have they have the vibe, and it's very much them. I think they do a good job with modernizing it to use 3D. And because, like, in the end of the day, the 3D workflow is often a lot easier to use for various reasons. But, like, there's something about the old style that I just love so much. And, like, the attention to detail. I can shoot holes in the roof of the train. And it takes a shot first. Oh yeah, no, 4 is, there's points where I'm like, wait, I just played, because I played a little bit of 1 at the end of the stream of the weekend, because we, of course, got through 3 a bit earlier. And like that, there's points in 4 where I'm like, wait, this is a section lifted from 1, or wait, this is lifted from 3 or 2 or wherever. It still looks incredible. It's still fun looking game. It feels so kind of wrong and really funny that the problem with these missile boats isn't killing the pilot. That's easy. It's the fact that they hang on for a long while with the dead pilot slumped over the controls. Once played Metal Slug Attack mobile game on an old phone years ago. Tons of great. Oh, nice. Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of there's a little bit of like a lost art to sprites. See, every time you shoot, yeah, and every time you shoot the dead pilot, it moves a little bit. All right, I'm glad my favorite version of Iron Nanaka boss, even though it's a Frankenstein sprite. Hell yeah. Like, yeah, sometimes you don't. Sometimes if you just have a bit of good sense, unlike right there when I just jumped up seeing the sniper bullet in line. Which, by the way, this is like one of the most genius rebel formations you can get of infantry in the front and a sniper to pin me down, a mortar to hit one of my spots for cover. It's like you just have to be aggressive. I like that. But yeah, like it's just, yeah, a lot of sprite rework, but when the sprites are good, okay, I'm fine with that. And one of the most nothing burger complaint that I've ever seen towards a game was, oh, well, it's just like the last one, but more so. Good. I like the last one. I like this one. I want more of that game, but different. Like, oh, Tears of the Kingdom is just Breath of the Wild, but with additional stuff. All right. There's stuff I can say about how that's a weird choice considering how exploration focused Breath of the Wild is. But I also like the additional stuff added in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, yeah, give me the Gleeox. I have no idea how I'm gonna fight that thing, so I'm gonna need a doohickey. Ow. Like, ooh. I love how the backgrounds change in this. How they go from a burning city, like countryside, to the same one, but at night. I wasn't going. I didn't have a good feeling for that. Ah, flamethrower. Right, you punish me if I stay down here. Okay, agree so much. So yeah, it's like the last game. Like, that's not a bad thing. More often than not, they sometimes need a second game to finish up, to like refine. Like, there's so many games that just got canned after one. I'm like, no, the sequel could have been legendary. It could have been so great. All right, I wanted to see what would happen if I stayed on there. There's the answer. You just gotta let him cook. You just gotta give him time. Like what? Mass Effect 1 wasn't the greatest, but 2 is like so many games. Like Half-Life's always my go-to example whenever I'm fishing for something to say towards this and can't think of one. God, slow down really is quite bad. It's like Half-Life 1. Alright, it's fine. Yes, Dragon Nosuke is so cool. I love this thing's design so much. The fact that it's battled over a train. Like, they need time to figure out what to do. You throw out a first game, and it's probably not going to hit. All right. Wait. Are we really on mission 4, and I'm at 38 credits? Dang. I guess I actually know how to play 2. In case anyone was wondering what my most played Metal Slug is. Even with the absolutely abhorrent slowdown, you learn to live with it. Like, you really can't blame a game for... Oh, I love this backdrop cinema that if you look at it at I think 4 or X, that it then shows that it's like the 3rd movie in the franchise. What was I even doing there? I can't argue. Actually, wait, there's no way that this is... I must have added a lot more than 40 at first. Ah, well. Because, yeah, no, I was dying all the time. That... Something must have happened. Oh, wait, let's get that. Not yet. Yes, Big She, that is by total agreement. You have good taste. Big She for just the vibe of, here's a battleship with tank treads. It's like the submarine boss from 5, but that, well, it's what the submarine boss was given in the last one. Yes, Ryan 2 and Battle for Bikini Bottom were so good, they just kept making slightly less good versions instead in base. Yeah, God, I love Battle for Bikini Bottom. That was like the standard where game for licensed games. Oh wait, I know what it was. Whenever I paused the game because the hotkey is select plus triangle for my setup, it was causing me to add a credit. Not exactly a bad issue to have. But no, Battle for Bikini Bottom was so good that is... I've considered getting the rehydrated version, but just a combination of I'm not sure what they add. I'm not sure what it adds, and I have the original for GameCube, so I'm just gonna hold off, see what there is. And also, there's just so many good games releasing all at once that it's so... Oh, come on! I did it again! Just drop the... Maybe I'll just let Big She run me over. That's about what I deserve for continuously blowing up slugs prematurely. I'm so angry about that. Can blow the launch... Oh, hey! I was going to say anything, but I'm like, you know what? At this point, there's so much attention to detail. It's more surprising if there isn't something wild like that. Because that's just what this game is. They let a bunch of artists go feral. And like, all right, yeah, do But just make this thing ooze attention and detail. That'll be good for us. That'll be good for everyone involved. Ah, I thought it was below. She just kept making Battle for Bikini Bottom Spider-Man 2 movie games the same gameplay mechanics, different levels, enemies, and bosses. Exactly. Would have been great. Like, I get that at a point it's like, all right, there's no new gimmicks or whatever, but a little bit of incremental improvement. Oh, I love this stupid thing, and the fact that it's a background. I love the bosses that are just so huge. They're fought entirely in the background. I thought I moved it. I got out from under it. With the additional interesting bit of this being you have this massive pile of gun turrets and machinery back there. Oh boy. And you have to hunt and peck the turrets that are firing you from there. Wow, I legit expected the spent shell casing to be lethal. It's just so good. Ah. They try to misuse the MLR tank to try to yeah, just no safety. We don't need that shit. Hit the one-man army ahead of us. It makes sense. In fact, there's two canon versions of the Big She, Battleship, and Carrier. Carrier was neat. Ooh, I didn't actually know that. So I played the first 5 extensively. I kind of want to get because I was looking at Metal Slug 3D. Well, I was trying to, and then that's why I found out that if you say Metal Slug 3D, you either get nothing but you either get questionable 3D model prints or Metal Slug 3 copies. Yeah, they didn't need the shell casing, but like there would be a shell ejection port. There would be something for it. So they added it. It's like the same thing with the fact that if you fire enough times, they have a reload animation, which yes, I did stop and pause explicitly for that. You never need to reload, but they got an animation for it. Yep, browsing for Metal Slug 3D, because again, the obsession with the most questionable games that you can find. I should have stayed low. I didn't realize the car was also going. Yeah, bazooka troopers are a problem. Ah! I got nothing to say for that. That's my fault entirely. The slowdown makes this a little bit rough at points, but not bad. Wanted that to try for a good long. That's what I wanted to try for a good long time. Yeah, because it's both by necessity. They can't really do. I mean, you can try to doom it, but by the time and have 2D sprites in a 3D space, but after a point that just became something that you didn't really do, even if it was, you know, kind of awesome, kind of would have gone hard. So they did have 3D models. Paratrooper with bazooka, soldier. The soldier learned from the best, because goddamn, bazooka paratroopers are the bane of my existence in Metal Slug games. They always come at the worst possible angle. Oh, thank God we have frame rate now. I can move. It feels so buttery. Oh, I thought I got them both. Yeah, because like from what I've heard of Metal Slug 3D is that it was never there. I was still on Mercy and Invincibility from respawning in. Wasn't there. Learn that the hard way. We'll learn it the hard way again. Like, they made it with the intent to export, so from what I've heard, the game is already in English. So there is not a translation issue. But it did so poorly that they didn't feel it was the worst. Oh, that hit my foot. You can live without a foot, probably. Maybe there's something important there. I don't actually know. That they like never attempted, so you have to import. Maybe that's a problem. I have to look at importers to find it. Oh, but no, I don't. I do not wish to deal with you. I shouldn't have done that. Are you? Because I think I laser. Never mind. That'll work. If I remember right, this section has a... Ah, no. Some sites I use for import get... Oh, neat. But yeah, I'm sure I could find it if I just need to take a bit of time and look with some... with a little bit of additional knowledge of hey, if I look at eBay, I'm going to see some really questionable things. But I'm also certain that it's one of those games that's like extremely rare collector's item because, you know, they just didn't import it. I tried to greed for a bit of damage. Goes a lot better with it. There it is. Yep. It's a lot easier with a heavy machine gun, but I am taking my hands fully off the controller in order to better button mash. Hell yeah! Treat yourself. Get that extremely questionable 3D installment of the game. Oh no. I get a little worried every time I see a helicopter show up because I associate them with slowdown now. Back to 3's big Hermit. Love the trope. Big shelled animal. The shell's mechanical. A lot of weapons. Yes. Like that. I forget that Big She isn't in... Oh, I stood way too close to that tank. I forget that Big She isn't in 3 simply because the hermit crab has a very similar vibe in my mind to Big She, of just being this massive entrenchment of mobile weaponry and guns to the point of absurdity. And I love that so much. The other thing is that I've seen it be pointed out in places that the hermit crab from 3 is a massive crab with a tank for a shell. It's a tank shell. Such a bad pun. Been so lucky. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. You jerk ass of a soldier. You're getting stabbed too. I was just saying, I'm so lucky with the fact that I've been getting heavy machine guns right before this thing, because nope. If you can't button mash fast enough, you're just shit out of luck there. trains. I think Big Herman Donkey Kong 64's Armadillo offhand. What other example are they trying to ramp? I'm actually not sure, which is why I equate most to just why I lump them in with things like Big She, because it's to me very similar to have it be like just this entity of bristling weapons. I can think a lot more mecha ones. I think a lot of Armored Core might qualify just because you get, unless it's a specific, oh thank God, that's gonna be nice here. Nate, I can't really think of militarized creatures off the top of my head, but I know that things like Armored Core 6's centipedes that were, among other things, packing 6 Gatling guns and the like, definitely is up there for irresponsible amount of weapons. Oh yeah, no, I'd totally say all Blastoise in the same family as that. At least one fictional turtle. Yeah, turtles are definitely like that. I feel Shadow of Colossi has to be at least an honorable mention. Or dishonorable. Because while they're not bristling with weapons, they are 100%... Some of them definitely have the vibe of this creature was designed to be... Ooh, armor piercing. I hope I get to play with that. I think I did. But especially with the design philosophy of older gen Pokemon, the Pokemon aren't like there's a point where Pokemon went from being simply, or from whatever they are now, which I feel is much more, they're just creatures, they're just animals instead of regular animals. This world has Pokemon filling the gap. I feel like that before that point, Pokemon were a lot more just, yeah, there's a bunch of weird monsters. There's also regular domestic animals, because of course there are, like old Pokemon entity or entries referencing like, yeah, the shock from a Raichu's tail could stun a African elephant, or scientists complaining about, wait, I successfully hopped out. Ah, there it goes. Oh, dang it. There's a no-hit trick to this game that involves abusing the invincibility frames you get from hopping out of a slug early. And I did that by sheer accident. And I understand that trick a lot better now as to why that's a thing. But no, just from the fact that older gens of Pokemon tend to be designed less around the creature being focused forward and more about the monster part, I would totally call Blastoise similar. Oh, I have to remember that they turn a little bit slower than I think. Headcanon was something radioactive or something in submarine made them mutant creatures. I can see that. I've always gotten the feel that this was like a old, somewhat abandoned research base, and big surprise because we're playing this due to my hyperfixation. I was also doing the aforementioned so fixated that I feel the need to read up on things beforehand for 2, and I think it was like the actual lore they published somewhere for like a manual or side of the arcade machine blurb was that the mutants here were the remaining test subjects of a super soldier program or something, which marks one of the few times a rebel soldier saw an idea and were like, that is so dumb, we are not even going to try it a second time. But also, that sort of type of headcanon, totally could see happening. Totally can see the merit to it. I do like that part of thing with the games where I get... Oh, I thought I framed perfect that. Where I get the need as just... There's an inherent need for any type of project that involves lore and world building in a limited sense to be extremely explicit about everything. However, I also respect any game that's like, now there's room for what we intended. And, aw, dang it. Rebels, we're not touching that again. The rare moment of clarity. Ah, the slowdown. Means they accomplishes making people explode. So, yeah. And they have found so much cheaper ways to make people explode. Like, they have their parachute and bazooka troops of doom. Ah, too close. A rare moment of clarity, the rebels decide to have nothing to do with that whatsoever again. And there was much rejoicing. What the? Okay, this bridge exists for no other reason than they wanted to flex. Should they have? Absolutely. Should they have here because of the inherent problems they had while programming this monster of a game? Probably not, because we are going at a crisp no frames per second. But God, I love that they're like, no, we can do this. We're going to. Oh, the immediate speed up. One mutant got a job. Theme park mascot gives people piggyback rides. I know what slug. I think I know exactly what slug you're talking about from 4. Hey, Alan. Ah. Because the weirdest slug that I actually thought was an enemy boss at first is the one from Forza Amusement Park level, where it's like a gorilla or monkey sort of thing. Holy! He survived this. Yeah, it even has a coin slot. Like, and I don't know if it's a slug or just something in the level, but you can get so many coins to fall out of places in there, and it's great. I love it. It's so silly. It goes from needing to exist to I am so glad this exists. Yeah, like legit, he's fine. That's a survivable injury for him. There's no other lore explanation given than he has a family. He'll keep coming back because of that. Big enthusiastic nerd for lore and expanding users, but I think myths of both what you said is good way. Explicit details, but yes, like my favorite thing about various franchises is when there's room for interpretation, or at least it says a lot about me and the people I hang out with, but like a favorite anime in general of my entire friend group is Full Metal Alchemist, which has the wonderful thing, you will not, I guess you will survive, the wonderful additions of being very clear and exact, but also there's things that, oh hey, Mars people, that you either won't notice or understand the significance of in a first playthrough, or not playthrough, watch through, or it leaves just enough explanation on the table missing that you can fill it in yourself. Like for example, I've been playing a lot of Expedition 33, probably too much, and not enough. And I have a theory that all of your parties leveling up is that the game explicitly tells you your ability to make Lumina and equip your Pictos onto multiple party members at the same time is due to the Lumina converter. It also has a fun little cutscene when it introduces what that thing is and what it does, that it shows Gustav grabbing it, pulling it out, putting it against a recently defeated enemy, and just absorbing it. So it's like, oh, sweet. That's also the reason there's no corpses of enemies around. Like, most of the time, they just leave that as yeah, enemies fade. It's a gameplay convenience. We've been over this. It's one of those tropes we don't have to justify. But it's like, wait. They are literally using enemies as a raw resource in order to fuel their expedition. Maybe that's also why they have a level up mechanic. Like, the mechanic of them gaining XP isn't just the generic, well, they got stronger as they battled and just generally got better. Maybe it's just that they're also using the Lumina, because they also refer to the Curator when he introduces you time and time again of, yeah, he's been able to reinforce our Pictos, which doesn't really match the in-game mechanic, because your Pictos get stronger by essentially finding a second copy of them in the world, and it's either, well, you missed the first one, so here's it leveled up. If you go back to where you could have found first, this will go up by like 10 levels. But what he does instead is let you equip more Luminas at once, and also upgrades your weapons. So I'm taking that as justification of they're using that same system to strengthen themselves as well. Like, a little bit of theory crafting to the point where it's either like, theory crafting's fun, and there's also some that have become like accepted canon almost. Like, Dead Space had a long standing, I don't know what this is, but I'm getting it. Oh, hey Fang, thanks for the lurk. How's it going? Hope you're having a good night, then getting some rest, because we mentioned the charity, because, you know, I'm playing more Metal Slug, and he did a great job organizing all that. Hey-oh, worth it. I love the laser. It's such a fun weapon. That was so not worth it, because we immediately got a shotgun, which is kind of a bit better. Yes, jump to this one point. Nothing bad will happen. Maybe some calamari too. Well, I don't know what happened there, but yeah. No, like, Dead Space has a theory that goes to the point of actually kind of joining canon, as far as I've heard, like, most people talk about it. That's like, oh, how the heck can Isaac, a kind of extremely average engineer, stomp down with enough force in order that he can stomp through legs and dismember dead necromorphs? And the agreed upon theory that I've heard is just he's wearing magnet boots. That's very clear through sections of the ship where he's on zero gravity, and I think it's called out explicitly that he has them. And it's just, oh, I think them charging in and landing counts as an attack. God, there's so many aliens. And like, it's been accepted that as far as the how of that is that he's activating his magnet boots as he stomps down the entire Ishimura's magnetic surfaces for engineering access, essentially. it makes perfect sense. I'm pretty burnt out working on some things still, so just listening. Oh, for sure. Like, listen and take a load off because you streamed a lot, and on top of organizing, there was points where I'm like, God damn it, I wish that I didn't have something I had actively agreed to and could just like say like, hey, I have more Metal Slug. This is like the 5th time slot that you've been filling by yourself. I could stream too. So definitely work on the burnout. No, I did not get enough slugging. Yesterday when I was absolutely exhausted after work, I played through 4. Then we beat 5. Now we're on 2. If there's more time, I fully intend to play 1. Because yes. I love the treads on that thing. Oh, Morden. You tried. You're definitely one of the most dangerous Canadians that I can name in fiction. But unfortunately, after the first game, they decided that you would be better as a punchline. Yeah, it's Canadian. It's one of those details I'm like, oh, of course he is. It's a vibe. Like, he's committed enough war crimes to be Canadian. Needs to be more violent Canucks. Does he say sorry a lot? No, I'm pretty sure he's pretty remorseless. Actually, aside from the announcer and like the only people with speaking lines in this that aren't screams of sheer terror. That's true. They do count. But like, they haven't nearly taken over the world several times over, so Wolverine hasn't. I'm not entirely sure on Deadpool. Oh, I tried to slide again. I played just enough of 5 with the slide move to have that be burned into my brain. I need to deal with those smaller saucers as fast as possible. Or else they build such a bullet curtain. Ooh! This'll do. Yeah, I don't know too much about comics, but my absolute favorite anything Marvel is the one scene where like they try to recruit Wolverine to something that's like, serve your country. I'm Canadian. It's such a good joke, but also you look at, oh hey, that was just the Daimonji. Now we have the rug name. The actual final boss. Like, it's such a good joke, but then you look at things that like Canada got up to in world wars and like, oh, they're violent. Oh, and I love this so much because the rebels are now helping us. They're about as good as always, but like, I can't even hurt them. And say what you will about the sheer power gap between humans and the aliens, but I don't know any. But if the aliens were bold enough to go up against it with pistols, riot shields, and some World War II stick grenades, we would be in a much worse place. They might have actually won. Ah, I barely clipped it. All right. Holy shit! That tank's doing the Lord's work. And by that I mean my work, because that was one-shotting those saucers. and when played mini clips a little bit, I played some mini clip like browser games, and in hindsight, the sheer amount of those types of games I played is not very surprising. But I somehow missed that one, I think. Oh, thank you so much. Right, I bought a copy of 3D for 66, gotta wait for it to arrive in warehouse to get shipped. Honestly, $66 for that as an import, plus waiting on warehouse stock, that's not bad. Ah, I self-destructed it again. Dang it. I got a link. Don't know how much it's gonna cost to ship. Fair. I'm gonna be honest, the only reason that I'm not committing on stream to buy it is that I got an idea for art that's going to be a bit expensive, but the only way I can prevent myself from making a really dumb purchase is by committing to another dumber purchase beforehand. Cheap one. Oh, auction. Yeah. Independence Day. Such a good movie. Yeah, I always feel with auctions that I could try for it. It's not going to work out, but I could try for it. Oh, boys, I'm back! Beautiful. Hang on. What buttons are the... Nope. Nope. Definitely not it. Nope. Those are expressions. I'm fishing for a model toggle that I just remembered. Here's the funny thing. Between Pantsless Morden appearing in 2 and 3, they changed his underwear between appearances. 24 continues. Dang. That's a lot less than I thought. Bruh. Brib. See, I have the same mindset. That's why I go for... Exactly. I do not have the luck for an auction to come out the same. It's better to just go for it and get a good buy it now for shipping. There's 100% animosity, and it's all very well justified, because that is intentional. They could have started celebrating the moment it got shot down, but nope, they had to wait until the slab smacked. Dude, double taking Morton's underwear here. Little bazookas. That would be amazing. I would buy that. I would buy those underwear. I'd buy that. That would be perfect. No notes. Beautiful. Anyway. Oh, we beat that on stream. Beat that off stream last night. Yeah, I think we have enough time for Metal Slug 1. Should I be changing this every time I beat a Metal Slug? Yes. Can I be bothered to actually change the game category? No. Will y'all have to deal with it? I don't know. Probably. Alright. And then when they're doing the tutorial is when we pump it up to 40 and then go for it. I'm actually kind of proud. Like, I remember the first few times that I at least played or streamed this game that I gave I either gave up in frustration of, yes, it's very good. However, I need to be in a lot more patience to actually beat this game than I am right now. And then when I got to this point, like, oh wait, no, I understand. I get what's needed and can do a lot better. Wait. Ah! God, I love the fact that there's those barrels that I can shoot in order to get to blow them up, but they're also more than willing to do it themselves. Also, whoever decided to describe the Metal Slug as, and the owner of the slowest high-velocity cannon you've ever seen. Oh, here's something fun. The level of subs in the background. Full-size version of the Rebel mini subs. Oh! That's so cool. Hey! What do you know? I didn't actually accidentally beef it and blow it up. I love that there's also this fascination and ability with miniaturizing all the military tech to extreme degrees. It's both extremely cute and very fun. Well, it's like, yeah, no, why wouldn't you have a... Why wouldn't you make something as dangerous as a full-size tank? But, oop, accidentally beefed that. Oh, hey, kept the slug intact. Ow, Sickly, thank you so much for the raid. How's Pokemon Colosseum? Hope you had a good time. Love the crash out yelling one. Oh, Yummy, thank you so much for the raid. And welcome to Sickly. For everyone new here, I'm Eldritch Horror Brett, Eldritch Horror from Beyond Reality, found a little band Blockbuster full of retro games. Inside, this is the coolest shit ever. Normally, I possess a bread roll like that one over there, but just because somebody actually remembered that I have a redeem that swaps out what model I'm using, I'm possessing Corpse, because sometimes I need hands. Yeah. But I hope you had a good stream. If you have to raid and run, totally understand. Like, go take care of yourself. Go hydrate yourself, get some electrolytes, become fully pasta'd. You know, bit of meat, bit of sauce. Wait, you can hit that thing in the background? You can hit the switch? That's amazing. But we're just playing Metal Slug because I've become completely obsessed with it.
Is never the answer.
It's the solution.
Yes. So in order to cope with my hyperfixation, we beat 5 on stream because I played 4 last night. And then we beat 2 despite all the slowdown, because that game just isn't very well coded, being honest. And now we're playing 1 because I had played a bit on stream, but not all of it. What happened when you use my Toasted and Corpse? Oh, I just put another bread roll out. No! Ah! Dang it. Unfortunately, if the redeem is specifically not I put in a second copy of the active model, it's I put a second copy of the associated small. Nope, you get 1. Although, honestly, I think bread might be, in terms of model complexity, bread might be as complicated as Corpse, or more so. They are not complex models. I know several people who have VTuber models that, through the sheer intricacies of their design. And in fairness to this isn't like a dig of, oh, these people bought way too, or made such a complex design for no reason. Like, these are artists who wanted to show off, and in their thought process was the best advertisement I can make for myself for my model rigging process is simply to make an extremely complicated model and push VTube Studio and Live 2D to its absolute limit, which works really well because, like, yeah, they're beautiful models. And yes, the war train. Ah, Tess, thank you so much for the raid. How's what were you doing? I need to pull up on this. 7 days to die. Did you die yet? If not, I hope that you do so soon, or not. I don't know. We're playing Metal Slug. We've died a lot. And we will continue to die a lot. But welcome in, Raiders. I am Elgin Shorebread, Elgin Shore from Beyond Reality, found a band Blockbuster full of band retro games, and my personality stopped developing there because this shit's cool. Right now we're playing Metal Slug because I have the hyperfixation. It happens all the time. We've beaten 2 and 5, and we're going through 1 because it's one of the quicker ones. If you have to rain run, totally understand, and thank you for the mitosis. I'll get that on. There was a question of what happens if you mitosis with corpse up, because I am a multi-character VTuber. I stream with this explicit bread roll model all the time as the main model, but also corpse. Because sometimes you have to have hands, and people get weird if you aren't human-shaped. It's very annoying. If you have to raid and run, totally understand. I'm talking very fast because there's an ad up in a couple seconds, and I usually pause for those. But I appreciate the raid so much, and I hope that you had a good time. Oh, right. I forgot that this isn't... that the vibe for this is not really use these to get on there. It's, hey, use these for cover. They're like little pop-up things. Aha! The ad. Which is, of course, French for the advertisement. Be back in a bit. I need more water, and I need pudding. I need pudding. Am I a little bit late because I was in my kitchen eating pudding? Yes. Do I regret it? No. Pudding was delicious. Oh, wow. I just let that happen. Not the right model, way too many pixels. Look, I ain't using my 1.0 bread anymore because I refuse. In fact, I might not even have that model on this computer anymore. I think that might have gone with the last one. You shouldn't. No! That is way too crunchy. Ah! Ah, dang it! I probably could have kept the slug through this boss fight if it wasn't for the fact that if it wasn't for the fact that I accidentally self-destruct. Oh. Oops. Well, congratulations, Cass. You have managed to crash the game through Mitosis Redeems. Because that bumped the power cord out of the Raspberry Pi that I'm using just enough that it reset. In all fairness... Oh, wait, that was Stoff. Oops. That's how you... Yes, you've exposed my secrets. And I'm going to credit both of you as a group effort. Boy. Well. I guess we're not beating. I guess we're doing it again from the top. See, practically, I should put this in. I accidentally reset. This is not the night. I'll just put in like 20 and we'll see how far we can go. Fortunately, games aren't exactly long. And I have a feeling that this is going to be like extreme amounts of aggression. We'll see. But yeah, it's something I set up a long time ago, and on one hand, I will admit that for actual streaming purposes, it would be much more helpful to have this on an emulator or something actually on my PC, since there's much less cable management to deal with in that. However, it's nice for personal use, and this is partially why Metal Slug and Dissociation is kind of a perfect little thing for me, because I also am the proud owner, and we'll go on at length about this, proud owner of like a 50-foot 10, 20, some ridiculously sized HDMI cord. So, I just have, and I have two Raspberry Pis. Like, I have one that's more for programming like projects, and one that's for this and this alone. The one that it crashed simply because this... Wow. That was disgustingly clean. Why was that run so clean? All right. We're rolling with this. One for broadcast box project, a few other for yeah, they're really good for various small ideas. Like I have the other one for projects. That was one that I had a long time ago. So there's a bunch of stuff that I don't really use much anymore or need. That was fun for the project, but not as practical as I had hoped. But that one is like set up for very quick and simple if I need it to boot something at startup. This one I use for nothing more than... I love that this switch in the background can control that. It's such a needless yet important detail. But yeah, it's really nice for using for emulation, and I would recommend anyone who who's okay with not having something on their computer or wants to do something nice or nice little emulation project to use like a RetroPie setup, because having a little device that you can plug into your TV, and like I could run this with my game, if I had any GameCube stuff on this, I could totally run it with my GameCube adapter and have a little like a full little cube. Hey, first death. Dang. But like because the biggest problem I have with emulation is that it doesn't have the same physicality as the system. Like, sure, I can do save states and the like on this, and I have done that because sometimes it's the only way to guarantee a save. But it's nice to have something that can feel like the original actual console. Like, I love the physicality of it all. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. The shotgun's kind of better for this. If you do a RetroPie disguised in a book one, that would be sweet. I've also seen like little reproduction cases for a Pi that has like the look of a SNES, if you're doing like a SNES or a NES 64, actual Neo Geo, stuff like that. Just little things that if you're doing a single target emulator, or there's one system out of all of them that have a much better, like you have better memories with, that you can go for that. Although or like if you go very insane, you have the MAME setup, the multiple arcade machine emulators. Oh, come on, I counter-knifed him. That you can, use a Pi for the board of an actual cabinet setup, but that's just insane. That's like, the meme of, hey, what do I put in this? Hey, what do I put in this part of my house? Or like, there's a weird little thing here. What do I put there? It's like arcade machine. It's either health pickup or arcade. Which way? The Western home designer. Hey, gas. I mean, look, yes, it would be so cool. I'll admit, the actual control setup of something like that, it's something that... Wait, did I get him stuck there for a second? Holy, I got 26 cannon shells. We better use them. Hopefully, before I die. Oh, that is not a quick and easy just pattern. And the other thing is, as of right now, I am very low on space. Well, We tried. Nope. Got down to 4 though. I'm proud of that. I guess so. I guess you can just do that. I guess that's an option that we have available to us. Although it seems like the counter that the game has in case that happens is to just smack you. All the credits that I saved on the approach is getting me now. Oh yeah, absolutely no space. My opinion is that the U.S. housing market, at least, has to crash in order for me to be able to afford a home to put more junk in. I like the Hairbuster Ribberts got us off spot for flying boats. I love it too for no other reason than the name is such glorious nonsense. And I absolutely... One of my biggest complaints with 3... It's probably one of my favorites in the series, just in general. But one of my biggest problems is that the boss names are kind of meh. Like, 2, you got Big She, Rug Name, as I insist on pronouncing it, even though it's probably Rugname. Daimonji, Ashe Nero. And this one you have, I forget what the first one is. And then there's Hairbuster Ribberts, which is what? And then the Hido is the final boss. I forget what this one is and the next. But also, you know, absolutely incredible design all around. This nonsense, like they're just like, yeah, have a little puzzle. There's a little bit. You just gotta shoot this tank enough, keep grunts off, and keep this gate up. It's fine. Oh, come on. That one I refuse to have count. Yeah, because I was trying to think of it. Because I'm like, I'm going to mention the sheer insanity that is Metal Slug 3's boss rush, because you go through Hairbuster Ribberts, the Hido, then so the first game's midpoint boss and final boss, then you go through the second game's final bosses with another Daimonji and Rugname. Hey, I merged it. And then you have more bosses unique to just 3. I'm like, I need to remember what it is. I think it's Hairbuster Ribberts, but that sounds ridiculous. And I don't think that's it. Turns out it was. Haha. There it goes. Oh, thanks for that, Slaps Blaze. Did that go off? Hang on. Can't check that because it's front and center on the screen. Aha. I just have a deep-seated paranoia when it comes to tits. Aha! It did not. Ugh. Yeah, the only solution I've heard to when it gets like that is to close it and reopen it. That evidently for this specific distribution of tits, it just doesn't like to connect. All right. Let me get that for you. Where are the head slips? There it is. In game for something like in this game's first box is crash. Yeah, it's a crash bomber that it's supposed to be. That it's supposed to be flying. Name tits is. Oh yeah, for sure. Like they knew exactly what they were doing with that, And everyone in VTubing is a little bit of a child. I'm gonna be honest. We all also find it funny and are immature about it. Oh wait, is that how you get that stuff? I can, like, you just have to jump. Oh no. Shotgun. I love this dude. He flushes himself. Fair and valid, well-adjusted reaction. Yeah, like they just had this massive bomber that they they turned into a fortress. It's like perfect. And also tells you a lot about the rebels that they're that's such a cool splash scene of the soldier coming at the screen. Like they have a lot of hardware and they're not above using it in creative and maybe unintended ways. It's honestly a really cool detail about them. Alright. I wish to go down. Ah! Well, that slug didn't last long. I think that's a new record. I can usually keep that one alive for a bit longer. Ow. Not quite the boss yet. Oh yeah, no, for sure. That is... Do not let the fancy setup and the massive amount of money sunk into models and setup and art and the like distract you. The true reason anyone actually streams through the medium and style of VTubing is simply because they have an idea for an OC that they are a little bit unhealthily obsessed about, want to make everyone look at it, and yeah, it's just on some level I will readily believe that most VTubing, at least because I know that there is part, and like I understand the thought behind it, that if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right, and that leads to a more don't really want to say corporate because of the everything that's going on right now, but more measured and professional approach, where it's like, all right, people like, I've done research and people like these traits, so I'm going to put them on my character because people like that. I'm going to make this as targeted and specific to grow as fast as possible as it can. And then you also get people who are like me that are like, hey, look at this fucking bread roll. He's an idiot and I love him. Both are valid. All right, I never know how to get up to that specific slug. I think there's something with this wall. Oh! Wait. 0. Alright, game. I remember what it is. It's almost always, I never know how I get there. Do I just have to not jump on? Hey. Oh, dang it, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to just jump out so I could shoot the guy off the side of my slug before he destroyed the Vulcan cannon. Seen both, and people that do better at once just, yeah. There is, because on one hand, people treating it like a job, you get a lot of success out of it from treating it with a bit of professionalism. But from what I've seen, and hell, I was talking to a friend about it who's stopped streaming as well, just because they weren't able to Hang on, can I wanted to see if you can get... Nah, yeah, it's only shooting out the back. Ah, dang it. You should. Like, if you're having fun with it, definitely streaming is a great thing. Like, I went into this kind of tired, a little bit like, maybe I should just call it. I'm not sure if I do a good job. Now I'm having a blast. This is great. It's a mood booster and has done, for me at least, a lot of good. So, like, I can see both sides. Like, if you still got a love for it and a desire to, and yeah, like, maybe set out some time. Like, it is I will admit, one challenge of streaming is that it's hard for me to do anything on Tuesdays or Thursdays because those are stream days. But also, it's a special type of fun. Oh, come on. Ooh, shotgun. Run. Yes. Seen that for Terra as well. Oh, no, you're fine. First of all, how dare you think that I am not already distracted from this game? I am always distracted 24/7. It never gets better. It's part of what I enjoy. Unless they pop up randomly and don't have part. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. The other thing is, I think that it's really a good thing for streamers to start with. Like, it's rough, and I get that, to stream to nobody, but it does make you have to deal with getting several skills. Like, a lot of my ability to talk for 3 freaking hours straight comes from the fact that when I first started streaming, I did not do networking properly at all. I did not follow or find other streamers, talk to them, get community that way. I just went live. So I would just talk. I had to. And as part of that, I now know how to talk for a long ass time. It's kind of neat. And also, it puts you in a vacuum for your streams, and like, of you get to learn what you sound like and are like, and at that point, best thing you can do for improving is to listen back to your own streams and see what you like about it, see what you dislike, and say, like, all right, if I want to is this something that I would watch with my free time? And if not, oh, dang, that was so bad. I just jumped right into them. And if not, you take notes, see what you can improve. Make something for yourself first and foremost. Wow, that was I got smacked on sight. But, oh yeah, of course I did. I did things the stupid way. I have no other idea how to do things other than the most kind of needlessly difficult on myself way. Like, I've been looking at getting some 3D models and got actually a really cool update. So consider that a spoiler sneak peek. And I could use Warudo, which is like the VTube studio for 3D, the best that you can get. Am I? Probably at the end. Because the first thing I'm going to use is Snack Studio. Imagine it's made by one person who is using it for her own streaming. So imagine updates that are whenever I can, whenever I want to, whenever things line up, of the most Linux type of this is software that exists. That is all there can be said about it. It will either work perfectly well or crazily not. It depends on what mood God is in that day. There we go. It's like me and game dev. Yeah, I want to do it all myself. Is it the smart way? No. Is it the way that I'm going to do? Yes. Should I do it this way? Probably not. Am I committed to doing it this way anyway? Yes. Please be gas. Ah, dang it. I do not miss the fact that they removed the enemy's abilities to climb onto your tank away. Yeah, and the hard way is fun. It's also educational. Like, I will know so much by the end of whatever nonsense I get up to. Is that a good thing? Who knows? Oh yeah, yeah. Prove to people that you did it. That's the whole reason the one drunk stream I had was playing Super Mario Sunshine, because I'm like, everyone says this game's awful. I disagree. So, and they also say that it's ridiculously hard. Also disagree. So I'm going to do it while wasted. It was fun. Will I break myself on it? Yes. Exactly.
Mission complete.
And sometimes you just have to do that.
Mission set. Start.
Oh, sweet. Oh, hey. I see you down there. I got jump scared by that one a bit. They should have used that more as the series went on. God, there's so many dudes. And they're all on fire. Yeah, like, it might be the harder way to do things. But that's part of the fun, part of the challenge. I don't know. Point is, if you enjoy streaming, do it. If you don't, find something you do enjoy. Life is short and not full of enough tacos. What do tacos have to do with anything? If you need to ask, then the question was not for you. So many tanks. So one of the biggest thing I've learned about playing this game so much in like no time at all is the boss advice I always heard for this was, if you have the moment you spawn in, use your grenades as soon as possible, because you're going to die in short order and you're going to get more. The secondary advice I've gotten is that I know now is, oh, hey, the Ido. Oh, there we go. Another thing about the Rebels too, they're not shot. No, they do not care about things like fairness. They will overwhelm you. And it's great. Like, they know that they have mechanical superiority in many ways. And that, they will let you have it. Oh, I thought I could dodge on the gun. I don't think this counts as a slug, but it's spiritually sluggish. Yeah, this is other sub. Like, I know part of that is that they had the assets for it, but I do like the little detail that the rebels are actively making stuff when, aside from the slugs specifically, a lot of what the regular army has just isn't is a bit old. Oh no, a railgun! Bit old, bit rusty, bit vintage. I wonder what this dude's plan is. Oh, that's. Ah! Hang on, I want the slug. God, that is such an amazing angle for the bridge collapse. This slug ain't long for the world. Oh, they're fine. It's not an issue. Ah, dang it. Ah. I've gotten the buttons so messed up. Just one momentary lapse of what the heck do I do? All right, get you out of there. Now we can go. Yeah, the mechanical designs on this are just so juicy. I love them. Like, they just did, like, all of it's hand animated because they're like, we're doing an arcade machine. We don't really have an option that will let us get high amounts of visual fidelity. So, yes, we shall destroy everything in our path and a couple of things that aren't because they was convenient. So I do wonder what the... Oh, got me on the way down. Like, I wonder what the comparison is of, like, hey, how much does it save to have a... Oh, I know. To have it be like this. Or, like, how much do you save on, like, space and computing power to make it animate or hand animate it? Because it's essentially, you don't have to do much computing because you're just playing the animation, but the files are bigger. All right, I've answered the question for myself. Right? I walked into that. I think it's part of why I got a bias for older games, because they do really great things in terms of cheating and making, because that's essentially what it is after a point. It's like, it's cheating. That they don't have the computational power in order to... I should be a lot more careful. I'm focusing too much on trying to excise every single one of my grenades when I should be waiting for an opening like that, but also playing a little bit defensive with shooting down the oncoming bombs. Because I'm not on a time limit. Ah! So yeah, if you've ever seen like old CRT or games that are designed for CRTs, just the one on the left didn't have. You see, like, oh yeah, they were using the limitations inherent in those old TVs to cheat some large. Like, yeah, if you look at old Castlevania, so close, you can see that that when viewed on old CRT, or at the very least a filter, It doesn't have the pixelated, blocky looking, kind of ugly, kind of gross and crunchy sort of look that the modern CR or TVs do, which is largely because, you know, that's how they were intending for it to be viewed, that they knew it and made something that looked primarily good for what they had, because why would you literally can't develop for technology you don't have. Makes no sense. Yeah. Hey! Thank you, random POW. That's such a good final mission. But I suppose it's that you don't get things like PS3 games now look limited and ugly because they're doing the best 3D modeling and lifelike graphics that they could. 18 continues. God damn. You get something that looked good back in the day and it still looks good now. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like it's timeless. Like, you can appreciate what was good about it all through. Well, that's 3 Metal Slugs, and I think if we didn't crash because through my toasties, it would have been, could have been more. Ah, it was so much fun. Let's see who's on, who's around. Yeah, sure. So, the funny thing is that oh yeah, the ending's horrific. Absolutely. If you play single player. If you play with player 2 and beat the game, you get a much different ending of everyone dancing around. But that's the thing, that we were talking a while ago that how games need more than a single chance. That quite often you get a game that had a okay, if average, first run, but they completely refined it on the second game. This is one of those. The tone of the first Metal Slug is wildly different from the second, and almost all of the ones that come after from this point, to the point that most humor is, it has a much darker tone to it. There's a lot more things like, you know, a girl crying at the grave of a dead soldier. But then after the first patch, they're like, let's lean into comedy a bit more. Let's do a bit more wild and ridiculous things like sudden alien invasions, strapping General Morden to a table and not having the player laugh or cheer victory until it falls over him with him face down. Which is why it's really important to, you know, give series a larger try afterwards. In 6 having two alien invasions, exactly. Anyway, hopefully this doesn't crash anything. Oh, hey, nice. Need freedom of my first monitor. I had a lot of fun. We'll probably be on schedule on Thursday? Maybe? I don't know what we're doing. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for chatting. It was great. Gonna be rating Aries the Harpy there. She's doing some art, drawing, chatting. They're cool. Cool artists. Do a lot of neat things. I'm not sure what else to say. Signing off is always a thing. Yeah, thanks for coming by, Blaze. I appreciate it. I don't know, I'm just gonna raid it now and probably eat snacks. Alright, raid.